guys, and welcome back to Reading Club. So today I'm going to read you Daisy and the Trouble with Coconuts, Chapter 16. Chapter 16. The trouble with realizing you're never going to be able to win a coconut ever in your whole life is it makes you growl even louder. Nanny said only grizzly bears were meant to do the kind of growls I was doing, and that perhaps it would be better if I sat down on the grass for a while to calm down. The trouble with sitting down on the grass is it makes me want a toffee apple. Grampy said there were plenty more prizes we could still win at the fair, but if a toffee apple would stop me growling, it would probably be a good idea. A toffee apple is an apple dipped in really hard toffee. The toffee is really reddish and you have to bite right through it to get to the juicy apple bit inside. Nanny said she was amazed I still had room in my tummy for anything after my slush puppy, hot dog, burger, tomato sauce, candy floss, swirly lolly, 2 boxes of popcorn, ice cream, flum, strawberry sauce, and chocolate flake. But toffee apples aren't that filling at all because the biggest bit of a toffee apple is made of actual fruit. Plus, some of it you can't even eat, like the apple core in the middle or the stick. Grampy said that once I'd finished nibbling my toffee apple stick, we should decide which prize we were going to try and win next. But just as I was putting my toffee apple stick in the bin, we bumped into Mrs. Peters. Mrs. Peters said if I kept trying my hardest, she was absolutely sure I would win a prize at one of the fun fair games soon. And you'd think she should know, wouldn't you? Because she's my teacher. Trouble is, she was wrong. The trouble with the clown bonk was the clowns kept disappearing before I could bonk them. The trouble with the test your strength stall was the hammer was too heavy for me to lift. The trouble with hot shot basketball was the hoop was too high for me to get the balls in. The trouble with tin can alley was the beanbags I was aiming with went floppy every time I threw them. And the trouble with roll a penny was my pennies wouldn't roll straight at all. It was hopeless. The harder and harder I tried, the more and more I didn't win, which made me really, really, really cross. Luckily, we found a stall that sold fudge. The brilliant thing about fudge is it comes in loads of different square-shaped flavors. At first, I thought I was only allowed one type of flavor fudge in my bag, but the lady in front of us in the queue got 3 types put in hers. So I decided to have 6 flavors: caramel, vanilla, coconut ice, raspberry ripple, chocolate, and mint. I was going to have rum and raisin too, but I decided not to in the end because rum and raisin sound like it's got beer in it. Plus, I didn't want to be greedy. Grampy said I should think of every piece of fudge in my bag as well-earned prize for trying so hard to win something, which made me feel a lot better because when I looked in my bag, I still had 8 prizes left. While I was eating a mint one, I thought about all the other lovely things that Nanny and Grampy had bought me at the fun fair that day. The slush puppy, hot dog, burger, tomato sauce, candy floss, swirly lolly, 2 boxes of popcorn, ice cream, flums, strawberry sauce, chocolate flake, and toffee apple. Then I realized that all those were just like prizes too, and I hadn't even had to win them. Nanny and Grampy had just given them to me. That's when I realized what a lucky person I was. By the time I'd eaten all my squares of fudge, I didn't care about winning actual prizes anymore at all. I just decided I was going to have as much fun at the fun fair with Nanny and Grampy as I possibly could before it was time to go home. And boy, did we have fun. First, we went on the Big Dipper. Big Dippers are the deepest things you can do at a fun fair. Then we went on the Pirate Galleon. Pirate galleons are the scariest things you can do at a fun fair. I even saw Dylan doing massive screams. Then we went in the Hall of Mirrors. Hall of Mirrors are the funniest looking things you can do at a fun fair. Then we went on the octopus, and believe me, Sanjay Lepur was right. All the rides at the fun fair were so much fun. Not just for me, but for all my school friends too. I saw Fiona Tucker waving to me on the merry-go-round. I saw David Alexander pretending to aim at me with the water squirters. Stephanie Rakespeare got so dizzy on the vortex she had to go and sit inside an actual St. John's ambulance till she felt right again. Nanny and Grampy said that they wouldn't mind a sit down too. Not in an ambulance, on a bench. The trouble with benches is they aren't very exciting. They don't zoom up or down or spin around and round or anything. They are free, but after about 2 seconds, they get really boring. So Nanny and Grampy said I could go for a little walk by myself, as long as I stayed where they could see me. That's when I met Jasmine Smart, Nishta Bagwat, Colin Kettle, Barry Morla's big brother, and 2 of his friends. That's when everything started to go a bit wrong. That's the end of this channel. I hope you enjoyed my readings of it, and I'll come back later with a new and improved channel. Bye, everybody!